Hello and welcome back. As always, my name is Laser, and today we're gonna take a look at another Hero League gameplay match, this time on Shire. So let's take a quick look at the two teams. On the blue team side, we got Johanna, Kael'thas, Sonya, Raynor, and Uther, while on the red team side, we got Diablo, Jaina, Thrall, E.T.C, and Tyrande. So please notice that the red team has the two roamers, the two gankers, in the form of Diablo and Tyrande. That awesome combo they can do. Diablo charges, flips, and Tyrande follows up with a lunar flare, vulnerable, and all that good stuff. Practically, that can almost guarantee you a kill, depending on what you target. Right, the match is gonna start. Let's see who goes where. On the top lane for the red team, we got Jaina with an E.T.C there, while on the middle lane, the two roamers for the red team. On the bottom lane, we will have Thrall. As in, for the blue team, we got Johanna meeting the roamers. On the top lane, we got Kael'thas with Sonya, and on the bottom lane, Raynor with his babysitter, Uther. Alright, we can see on the minimap that the red team is already getting in position for a gank. Unfortunately, it's on a Johanna, which can use her trait Iron Skin to get unstoppable and ruin their day. They realize this and they back away to lanes. We're gonna look on top. E.T.C waiting in the bushes. Sonya ignoring the E.T.C for some reason. Perfect power slide onto the Kael'thas there. Good damage by the Jaina. And that's gonna mean a kill, an early kill, first blood for the red team. We're gonna shift our attention to the mid lane, where the mid laners are going, trying to find a gank. They find there the Uther, charge into the Uther, perfect execution of the combo, good damage onto the Uther. Thrall coming in to seal the deal, and that's gonna be another kill for the red team. 2 kills 55 seconds into the game. Johanna rotated top in the effort to try the top laners, while the red team rotated bot. Perfect rotations there by the red team, which is now looking for a gank on a Johanna, which is never really recommended. Flip, unstoppable used, will prevent the crowd control from the red team, while Johanna stays in and shows that she is not afraid of their glorified combo. We're gonna look on the top lane where fight is going on yet again. Perfect power slide onto E.T.C. However, Sonya there intervened this time and did a lot of damage to the Jaina, forcing her away onto the shrine, switching her attention to the E.T.C. Kael'thas coming in as well, doing some good damage to the E.T.C, which is slowly being forced away. Now he is being locked away from the Jaina, zoned out, a lot of damage onto the Kael'thas, but good damage onto E.T.C as well. Sonya will finish the deal. Now she's looking for the Q on the Jaina. Will the Q land? Yes, it does. Double kill for the blue team, evening up the scales there, and we'll be able to pick up the top shrine. We're gonna shift our focus to the middle lane, where Diablo and Johanna are tangoing. The bottom lane is safely secured by the combo between Raynor there and Uther, which rotated to mid in the hope of getting an early dragon. Good stun on Diablo, but not enough time for Johanna to pick up the dragon. Now they're changing roles. Johanna's trying to keep the enemy team at bay with her condemn ability. She will try to get the enemy team off him, but here comes E.T.C with a power slide saying no. And good damage there by the Kael'thas onto the Diablo, which gets wrecked by the Sonya. Now shifting focus to the enemy team. Tyrande taking a lot of damage. Good lunar flare stuns to Johanna, gets the condemn off. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be enough, and Tyrande gets away with a sliver of health. While on the top lane, Jaina managed to secure the top shrine for the red team, meaning that blue is in no longer a position to actually try and get a dragon. Shifting our attention to the bottom lane, Thrall there dancing with Raynor, which is backed up by Uther, and Johanna waiting in the bushes just in case of a gank. And Thrall is being backed away. Not much he can do against the Raynor unless he gets his root off. And the tango continues between the two tanks. Not much is gonna happen between these two guys here. We're gonna shift our attention to top lane, where Sonya chasing off the Jaina once again. Good damage onto the E.T.C by the Kael'thas. Back on the bottom lane, we see Uther coming in, trying to get a gank. Good damage there, and good body blocks onto the Tyrande, which gets away yet again. Good rotation by Uther there. Shifting our attention top, where the red team managed to secure the shrine. However, very good positioning there by the Sonya. Will do a lot of damage to the Jaina. Will she get a kill? No, Jaina again getting away with 2% HP. E.T.C being forced to back away as well. So we can see that the blue team right now is more or less in control of the fight. They pretty much now have the top shrine secured as well. And on the bottom lane, however, Jimmy finally got caught by the combo between Diablo, Tyrande, and Thrall stepped in as well. Shifting our attention to mid, we got Uther coming in, trying to secure the Dragon Knight. Unfortunately, now we're nowhere near enough time to actually try to secure that objective. And we're gonna move on to bot lane yet again, where Thrall is all alone. Raynor just spawned from Fountain and will meet Thrall in combat. While on the top lane, Kael'thas gets caught between the two top laners of the red team and will get burned down. Sonya was not in a position to actually help him, but here comes Uther rotating all the way to top lane. Good stun there and a kill on the Jaina. Johanna coming in as well, trying to get a stun on the E.T.C. E.T.C power sliding right out of that bad situation will prevent a double kill for the blue team. But on the bottom lane, the dance between Raynor and Thrall continues. Thrall at a clear disadvantage, but here comes Tyrande to help the Thrall. Diablo's in position as well to get the combo off. Thrall from the left bush gets the root off, goes in. Good lunar flare by the Tyrande, and vulnerable will secure another kill on the Jimmy Raynor there. Uther was not in position to actually give a hand to his bottom laner there, so that cost the Jimmy Raynor another death. While on the top lane, blue team still in control, gets a kill on the E.T.C yet again, chases off the Jaina. Very good team play there from the blue team's top laners. While on the middle lane, the two supports and the two tanks are playing. Nothing much is gonna go off between them. Nobody's gonna get a kill. Not enough damage between these four here to actually secure anything, and tons of CC. Here comes Diablo with the flip, but Johanna says no with an unstoppable, which will prevent all crowd control, and as she is able to back away. While in the meantime, Thrall went to mid trying to secure that kill on a Johanna, which should, well, you don't really gank a Johanna. That allowed Raynor to actually pick up the bottom shrine for the blue team, and is now fighting Thrall, which is trying to contest the blue team yet again in a position to try and get the Dragon Knight. However, Thrall there getting boxed in. Here comes Uther with a good stun on the Thrall. Good damage by the Raynor, trying to stay close to him. A lot of damage onto him. Q will finish up the job, so that means another kill for the blue team, while the top lane is still being controlled by the blue team. We're gonna hit pause for a second here, and we're gonna take a look at the map. So we just saw Thrall go down on the bottom lane, and we see the blue team in a perfect position to defend bottom lane, and the roamers are heading to the mid lane because both of the actual shrines are being controlled by blue. On the top lane here, we see the blue team chasing off the red team. We got Johanna and Sonya here in control of the top lane as well. Sonya looking to get a Q. Here comes Johanna. Good stun and pause again. We can see that heroics have come up first for the blue team. Red team does not have heroics at this point. We just seen Johanna use Blessed Shield directly onto the Jaina, which bounced off. Let's zoom in here a little bit more. Bounced off the tower and into E.T.C, so we got both stunned. This means blue team is extremely confident at this point. Goes in right into towers. No creep for the blue team at this point, so Sonya gets CC'd by the tower. She's slow, she can't get to the Jaina, neither can Johanna. With her unstoppable power slide by E.T.C will mean a kill onto the Sonya there, and Johanna gets boxed out as well, and another kill with the tower there, with the 4 doing most of the work for the red team. So what was essentially 2 seconds ago in a pristine situation for the blue team to pick up a Dragon Knight has turned around in favor of the red team. The greed there, the overconfidence cost blue team a lot. While on the bottom lane, nothing much happening between Thrall and the Raynor there. Raynor managing to dodge the skill shot of Thrall, which means no kill. Diablo looking for the gank once again. Flip, lunar flare used, however it missed, and the Uther will be able to back away with no problem. Jimmy Raynor rotating from bot to mid, doing a lot of damage onto that Tyrande, forcing her off. And now red team is in control of both of the top and bottom shrines, and is trying to converge on the middle lane, trying to get the control of the first dragon. Blue team now in position. Sundering used by Thrall. Hits 2. Sonya coming in as well, focusing down on the enemy. Tyrande there, a good kill. Heroic used by Johanna as well, gets free kill, and that's a free kill for the blue team. However, red team managed to get the dragon, which is boxed in between 4 of the blue team. Here comes E.T.C as well, trying to do something. Power slides right in, not much you can do. This is effectively a 5v3. Raynor came in as well, rotated from bottom, and is orb walking right in front of the E.T.C, but he'll get taken out. Jaina's AoE, E.T.C falls, and so does Jaina, which was inside the Dragon Knight. So we can see that was an extremely costly dragon for the red team. They gave up 5 kills for a dragon which did almost nothing to the blue team's defenses. Now the teams are looking to bruiser camps, they're looking to mercenary camps. This is what you do after you get a dragon. You see that the blue team is staying in full team composition. They still have 1 level advantage 8 minutes into the game. However, no talent advantage. Owl there from Tyrande will show where the blue team is while they get their own siege camp. In the middle lane, Thrall got caught, good stun by Kael. Johanna follows that up with another stun, and that's gonna mean death for the Thrall there. Heroic used by Kael'thas, which is only a 40-second cooldown, not that big of a deal. However, on the top lane, the same scenario plays out. This time with Sonya getting caught between 2 of the red team, the Jaina and the E.T.C. Plenty of CC takes the Sonya down. Let's shift our attention to the middle lane once again. Diablo looking for the stun. He sees the Uther, charges the Uther, flip the Uther into the stun. This time landed by Tyrande. We're gonna hit pause right here because you see E.T.C picked up stage dive, not mosh pit, which is usually the preferred choice. Now, I do believe about 5-6 months ago the meta was, or even more than 6 months, that E.T.C would pick up stage dive and he would just go push or do whatever the hell he wants to do. And when a fight started, he would just stage dive in. It was an effective, tactic over half a year ago. Let's continue. Uther just uses Divine Shield on himself and will be able to get away, and we can see that the red team did nothing but waste time and abilities on chasing the Uther there. Johanna coming in as well, trying to defend her team. Power slide by E.T.C. They're not much gonna happen. Johanna and Kael'thas getting good stuns on the Thrall there. Thrall turning around, almost gets a kill on the Thrall. Sundering by Thrall will allow his disengage from the blue team, which manages to waste heroic abilities and not pick up a kill. While on the bottom lane, Jimmy Raynor is being extremely cautious. Johanna coming in, seeing the red team that is trying once again, the dynamic duo, to get a stun on the Raynor. They do so, but heroic by Johanna will prevent Diablo from doing anything else, and that's a kill on the Diablo. E.T.C coming in as well. He knows he's outgunned right now. He knows he's in a bad situation and is trying to disengage. Good stun by the Tyrande. Missed stun by the Kael'thas will allow the red team to disengage successfully. It was at this point that the red team managed to pick up their level 13 talents, and we're gonna toggle talents and stats. You can always see talents on the top side of your screen, so if you don't know, just look up there. We're gonna take a look at stats, at damage and whatnot, while Thrall picks up the top lane for the red team. Sonya coming back in with Uther hanging around the bush, trying to see if she'll go contested. Thrall doesn't want to go in there, and on the middle lane we are gearing up towards a fight. Uther rotating yet again to the top lane where Thrall got caught by Sonya. Doesn't get the stun off. Gets the stun off now. Good damage by the Sonya onto the Thrall there. Here comes Kael'thas as well. Heroic used by the War Chief of the Horde. Not gonna do much. And it's gonna be a double kill for the blue team there. A collapse, a 4v2. Heroics used, not enough damage to secure any kill on the blue team. Kael'thas pops his Phoenix, zones out the enemy team, and this time blue team does no longer chase right into towers and instead is looking to secure a dragon. Johanna coming in, finds Diablo. 1 versus 3, but it's a Johanna. She actually goes in, sees the whole team on the minimap. Diablo gets singled out, a lot of damage onto him. Kael'thas taken from the damage from the Jaina. Apocalypse used by Diablo, not gonna do much. Sonya right there in position to do a lot of damage onto the Jaina. Stage dive right in by the E.T.C, dives right into 4 of the blue team, which will end up regretting, and he is forced to back away as the Sonya keeps on harassing them, and that's gonna mean a first dragon for the blue team. We are 11 minutes 15 seconds into the game, while Tyrande is forced to back away, having no mana to cast abilities. So this is a very strong push by the blue team right down the middle. They have a dragon, they have all their heroes in play, and now red team is trying to recompose themselves, trying to get in position to actually try to stop this Dragon Knight, which is on full HP. Good power slide by E.T.C there, and the AoE by Jaina, sundering by Thrall, trying to stop the enemy team there. Thrall gets picked off by the Sonya with a well-placed stun, and another good kill for the blue team. Dragon was flipped in by Diablo, very interesting choice. E.T.C again power sliding and running right, trying to get the Jaina enough time to do damage with her AoE abilities. And again, another charge in by the Sonya. We can see the blue team now disengaging. They know that the dragon is almost dead, no point in fighting, and you'll even see the dragon getting cancelled here. No point in holding on to the dragon at this point, and the blue team will disengage what after was essentially a pretty successful dragon. Got one fort, got towers of the inner keep there, and the gate as well. And yet again, as before, we are looking now towards mercenary camps. We see blue team getting the bruiser camp, and on the bottom lane we see Raynor going for the blue team siege camp, and the red team pretty much doing the same. We're gonna speed it up a little bit here, folks, till we get to a little bit more action. It's gonna be a little bit of positioning around the map here. Blue team trying to get rid of the enemy team siege camp while trying to obtain the bottom lane bruiser camp as well. We see red team, they know this is going on, but they don't want to fight. It's pretty clear that the blue team is on the bottom lane looking for a fight. Why shouldn't they? They have a talent advantage, the level 16 talent advantage, and they still have the 2 levels worth of stats advantage, which is now 3 levels worth of stats advantage. Diablo coming in, waiting in the bush with Tyrande again, looking for that gank, looking for that opportune moment to find somebody out of position. However, Johanna finds them. Diablo blinks, doesn't want to go in. Apocalypse Use, not gonna do much. A lot of damage onto Diablo. He will end up falling, and Sundering will allow the enemy team's Tyrande to get away from her. Stage dive from E.T.C right into the middle of the enemy team. Not the smartest idea in the world. Gets picked off with no problem. A lot of damage onto the Thrall. Will manage to get away. Johanna backing right onto the Jaina to secure yet another kill. That's going to be a free for nothing for the blue team, which is now pushing down the bottom lane in her keep, and will manage to pick it up. That means catapults on the bottom lane for the blue team, which is now in a commanding position of the match, level 19. While the red team just barely now got their level 16 talent. So we're gonna toggle stats a little bit just so we can see a little bit of harass going on. Nothing too spectacular. Red team being wise, backing away to the spawning pool, and Diablo is up now. We're seeing the blue team trying to finish up the fight and trying to disengage. Good heroic use there by Kael'thas will allow the blue team to mount up and get away. In the meantime, we have the shrines have come up yet again, and we will see the blue team scrambling to the shrines, trying to obtain yet another Dragon Knight. You can see that none of the blue team actually ported back, most of them having fountains available. Diablo going on the top lane, finding Raynor there. Raynor backing away from the Diablo, he's on 50% health. And we can see Uther coming in as well to help the Raynor, as he should. Tyrande as well, they're in position for the game. Both shrines controlled by the blue team. This is effectively a 3-on-3, but Thrall coming in, making it a 4-on-4, going in, they're engaged. A lot of damage onto the Sonya, gets burned down by the Thrall. Tyrande vulnerable on her, and now the blue team full retreat. Johanna coming in from the side, grabs 2 heroic use there, gets good stun and a kill on the Thrall there. Apocalypse use, got everybody nice and stunned by the red team's Diablo. And Johanna again trying to keep him off there. Uther, however, not much she can do in a 2v3. Not in any danger of dying, but Uther is, which is getting chased down by the red team. Jaina there trying to get one last hit on the Uther, manages to do so with her E ability, Cone of Cold. Kael'thas unfortunately tried to step in, tried to help with the fight, which meant he got caught by the enemy team as well. Good heroic at a choke point, good stun there, but it's not going to be enough. Here comes E.T.C, Bolt of the Storm right out of E.T.C's way, but he power slides right into Kael'thas, which will guarantee a kill. Both shrines now controlled by the blue team. Unfortunately, they have 4 people down. Rather sloppy engage there. Rather sloppy fight on the top lane. Costed the blue team a lot. They could have went back to spawning pool and went in with full HP, mana, and all that good stuff. That means both of the shrines are controlled by the red team at this point. Diablo will pick it up, and this will be a full push down the middle lane for the red team. We can also see, however, that Jaina's doing what you do early game. When you get an early dragon, it's good to side push. However, late game you can get picked off quite nicely. Here comes Johanna, gets the stun, Q from the Sonya, secures the kill, and that means a very easy kill for the blue team, which still have 2 people down at this point. The rest of the red team pushing right down the middle. Raynor coming in, trying to defend. Not much he can do against 4 of the red team. Dragon Knight on the Johanna, pushes her back, right in perfect position to get a 3-man Blessed Shield on the red team. And the Dragon Knight, as well as the full red team, are in retreat. Notice that this is a 3v4, and the blue team is still managing to push him off. Raynor from the backline, as well as Uther. Heroic use by Raynor there will not do much. Red team managing to stay out of the Hyperion there, but blue team managing to chase off the dragon. A good power slide by E.T.C. There, Bolt of the Storm by Raynor right out of E.T.C's way. Good damage onto him. Sundering by Thrall would allow the E.T.C a little bit more time to escape. Sonya still in the middle of the action. Does a lot of damage onto the Thrall by Kael'thas. Bombs are live. Transmits a bomb onto the E.T.C. Apocalypse use. And right now we are gonna hit pause and we're gonna take just a little look at what blue team is doing. They are forcing the blue fight with the blue team right again, same mistake as earlier, right into their fort. They have no minions to push with, so that means both the tower and the fort are gonna fire directly on to the blue team. Let's continue to see what happens. A lot of damage there onto the Diablo. Diablo gets picked off there, but here comes AoEs from the Jaina, cleans up the Johanna there. Unfortunate. Uther falls as well. Heroic use by the Uther onto the Sonya will allow her to get away for the moment. Blue team trying to back away there. Uther is back up with the level 20 redemption talent. Kael'thas now caught by the E.T.C. power slide right through. Here comes the Thrall. A lot of damage onto the him. Uther opposes with a good heal and a stun there by the Kael'thas. Not enough. And now Sonya again trying to back away with her life. Uther this time has cooldown on redemption, getting caught out and killed by the red team. There was a time during that fight, which you probably noticed, that the blue team actually turned a little bit to fight, which I believe maybe wasn't the best idea. They got cleaned up, and even with the great jukes from Sonya, Lord of Terror will allow a full team domination by the red team over the blue team, which are now pushing right down the middle lane. They have no problem in this. All of the blue team's players are not down. Johanna will be the first one to be up in a couple of seconds. And the red team is in full force. They're gonna try to get an inner keep, which will mean catapults right down the middle lane for the red team. Johanna is up, goes right into the middle of the enemy team. You can see that the red team is fighting just like blue team did twice, with no actual minions right into towers. However, the remaining 4 heroes of the blue team are still down. Jimmy is up at this point, and you can see as soon as Jimmy came up, red team already started to disengage. Very wise decision there. And they did manage to get an inner fort, which again means catapults. Johanna again looking for the bruiser camp after a dragon. This is most of the time the ideal solution, just to go for mercenary camps and try to apply further pressure on the enemy team's lanes. You can see that the red team is doing exactly the same thing. E.T.C backing away while the Jaina and Tyrande finish up the bruiser camp. Shrines have come up. Diablo's on the top lane. Will secure that for the red team, while the blue team is gearing towards the bottom lane. Now you see the bottom lane also holds a bruiser camp, so theoretically it can be more valuable. We see the entire blue team coming right down to bottom lane, securing the bottom shrine and starting to work on that bruiser camp. In the meantime, finally, Tyrande finished the red team's bruiser camp and is now rotating on the bot lane. The red team saw the blue team is in position, as blue team wants to show this. They're looking for a fight. Look at their aggressive positioning. They're all together. E.T.C there is ready with the power slide, just waiting for somebody to get out of position. What they don't have is Diablo. This is why blue team is not engaging at this point. Diablo is still on the way with 40% hit points, and we're gonna see a team fight go down. Johanna takes her chance right into the Thrall. Heroic use. Thrall got burned down. Apocalypse used by E.T.C. Not to much avail. Kael'thas falls with a failed divine shield by the Uther there. E.T.C falls as well. Sonya in hot pursuit will do a lot of damage to the Diablo there, which ends up falling. Jaina there, a lot of damage onto the Raynor there with the water elemental. However, Raynor will be able to get away to safety, so that was effectively 3-for-1 for the blue team. Very advantageous fight for them. And Jaina gets picked off as well, bolted the storm over the wall right into the bruiser camp. However, the blue team noticed that and picked off Jaina as well, making it essentially a 4 versus 1 late into the game. We're 21 minutes in, level 22 and 22 now. Blue team has a very commanding position at this point. They still got 25 seconds on the opposing team's Kael'thas, E.T.C, Thrall and Jaina there. A very interesting decision there by the Diablo there. Chose to engage on a 4v1, and I'm not sure why, and gets picked off quite easily by the blue team. Blue team backing away, not going for core. They can see now the death timers up on your upper right. E.T.C is up, and he does have stage dive. He can be anywhere he wants to. Jaina still down, as well as the Diablo, which didn't have enough souls to resurrect. On the top lane, you see that both top laners for the blue team are focusing on getting the objective there, the shrine, trying to control a dragon knight, but we see E.T.C came right down to bottom lane and will deny the blue team a chance at getting the dragon. Only 25 seconds left on Diablo now. We are gearing up towards late game. You see the blue team is looking for the red team. They see they still have one dead. So a fight now will definitely be in their favor. They're trying to force a fight with the enemy red team. But enemy red team is not falling for it. They're backing away. They're playing super cautious. They're waiting for that Diablo. They denied the blue team on the bottom lane a dragon. So that means blue team right now has to chase and they can hide. For example, now E.T.C can go top and secure the top line. Instead, if they split, that wouldn't be such a good idea, because then you can get picked up. Diablo is up. We are gearing up for the final team fight. Both shrines are in control now of the blue team, and we're gonna see Johanna coming from the bot lane, and we're gonna hit pause right now because I want you guys to look at positioning. E.T.C was already heading towards the top shrine, trying again the same trick to deny the blue team, while we see the enemy team squishies Jaina and Tyrande all vulnerable against what is essentially a charging Johanna and Thrall as well. So Johanna in front of her, she's got the free squishy. She knows what to do while the rest of the blue team is getting in position. We're gonna hit pause. Again, notice the positioning and notice that E.T.C is still not aware to what's going on. So we're gonna hit on pause, continue with the fight. Johanna charging in with Unstoppable. She's gonna use Blessed Shield. It's gonna hit the Thrall and the Diablo there. And we're gonna continue with the fight. Please notice E.T.C is coming in from the left side. And Jaina used her AoE on the blue team's front line. There's Uther, Sonya, and Johanna there. While the damage dealers of the blue team are still safe in the back line. Now if we take a look at the Kael'thas and the Raynor, Jimmy already popped Hyperion. And Kael'thas is popping Phoenix. So we got a lot of AoE damage coming into these close quarters, which should mean victory for the blue team. All eyes on E.T.C. However, we're gonna unpause and continue with the fight. E.T.C power slides right into the two blue team damage dealers and follow up by Diablo's Apocalypse, which will essentially lock down the damage dealers of the blue team, and they're gonna take tons of damage from the area of effects there. We're gonna unpause and continue with the fight. Kael'thas gets burned down rather easily. Raynor is forced to back away, being extremely low. Not much he can do. Johanna falls there. Uther as well. He is going to be up with his level 20 redemption talent. He's up trying to assist the Sonya. There E.T.C finishes up the Raynor. Heroic use Divine Shield on the Sonya by the Uther. It's going to be to no avail. E.T.C coming in with his heroic ability, and Sonya will fall as well alongside Uther, making it essentially a 5-for-1 for the red team, which is now in an ideal position to close down the game. All they gotta do is charge the core and knock it down. No need for Dragon at this point. They got E.T.C up, which can bear the brunt of the damage of the core. A very hard-earned victory and a very well-deserved victory for the red team here. I do this series not only for the entertainment value, I do it also for the educational value. Try to draw the lessons you see here and apply them in your own gameplay. Hopefully they will help you out even a little bit. So keep in mind, positioning was key there in that final fight. Also a simple power slide into Apocalypse managed to turn the tide of what seemed to be initially a lost battle. Thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, share and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you again soon.